All right. Thank you for joining me. Look, and if you like some of this content, subscribe. It won't hurt you. I appreciate it. And let's get into this.
Kids menus are making your kids weak. Number one, they will never try anything new. Believe me, I see it with people my age. They're still doing the same shit ever since high school. Number two, instant gratification. Guess what? Life is not always about comfort. There's more to life than just mac and cheese. I don't know how more simple I can say it. And number three, the most important thing, they get used to low standards. Highly processed foods. You definitely don't want that. You want them to broaden their mind, and in my opinion, it starts with food. I'm not saying don't eat cheeseburgers, don't eat pizza, do it in moderation, but also do something else. And if you help your kids broaden their horizon early on, believe me, it would help them in life more than that we can think.
Well, I agree with 80% of what he said. I think most of it is good. I mean, the only thing is that I think he's kind of directing it to a certain type of restaurant. There is restaurants that the food, the kids menu, it's like the adults menu, but just smaller portions. And I think that's a little bit more fair. What he's talking about is like a lot of those chain restaurants. This is what I'm seeing. If you just go to the chain restaurants, the kids' menus are basically like copy and paste. And they are usually high processed foods, which I've always been against, like heavy processed foods. The United States, I think we're like at 70 or 80%, 75% of the food that we buy in the supermarket is processed. Again, and that doesn't mean that you have to get 75% of the food being processed, but it's being offered in the supermarket. It's about 75%. It's horrible, really bad. I don't know how we got there, but that's where we at right now. So a lot of these chain restaurants, they know that this is what is being offered. You get chicken fingers, all that shit that is just highly processed French fries. It really is not good for you. So I 100% agree with like trying to get your kids to eat better food. But like I'm saying, the part I don't agree with is that they are restaurants, but yeah, I guess most people do eat in chain restaurants. So I guess he is directing it to, I guess, the mass quantity. I'm not a big fan of chain restaurants, but that's just me. A lot of it is because of stuff like that. They do have a lot of processed food. There are some good chain restaurants, but for the most part, the majority of them, a lot of the ones that we are familiar with, they do offer a lot of that processed food, or sometimes it's lower quality stuff. That's just what I've noticed over the years. So this chef, he has been popping up, and I get it. I get a lot of chef stuff, and that pops up in my feed. I agree with the first one. This one, I can't remember what this one is. Let's just listen to it.
The number one reason you leave a restaurant pissed off, because they got me. They fucking got me, man. I go there, I'm really super excited, and honestly, it's just a dud. First of all, it's expensive for nothing. غالي على الفاضي. They give you what they say it's top quality. Okay, whatever. And the portions are like this. I just went somewhere to eat. I didn't go anywhere to just get an appetizer and walk away. I'm not that guy. Most people aren't. When you go somewhere, you want to get full. And I'm happy to pay my money if you give me what I paid for. It's as simple as that.
All right. So I disagree with this one. And hear me out, because he is talking about going out to eat for substance. Like he said, he wants to go out there. He gets disappointed. He feels that he gets taken. He goes out and there's more portions. The restaurant is stating that they're offering, quality this and quality that. And he just wants to go out and be full. It's as simple as that. It's not that simple, because you're describing a different way of eating. You're not describing to go out for an experience. When I was in the military and you go out to eat, not go out to eat, in the military, the food that is being contracted, whatever, is served to the soldiers. Let's just say that when you go out in training and all that, it's for substance. It's for the soldiers to have enough calories to be able to keep moving, to have enough energy. They're not talking about, we're not. I used to purchase food for the soldiers sometimes. That was part of my job. I used to make contracts, right? So when I'm purchasing food, I am not purchasing food and asking the company that I'm purchasing the food from, oh, well, how does it taste? Does it taste this, the flavors and this? No, I'm not. I'm literally just purchasing enough food that the soldiers have their calories and are able to keep moving. This is kind of what he's talking about. He wants to be full. It's as simple as that. That's substance type eating. When you go out to eat in the places that he was talking about before, that you get smaller and they're advertising like, great quality and this and that and top quality. You're going out there for an experience. Usually going to go out there, you're going to have a nice glass of wine. Usually, many times, if you're with someone, it's an experience. The service is usually better than just going out and grabbing food in the bag just to have substance. It's an experience. I think he was just not fair in the way he was describing the way he likes to eat, which is nothing wrong with that for substance than going out to eat for an experience. I think there is. You know, you will get ripped off if you're not really caring or you're not paying attention to the experience and you just want to go there and get full. That's just my opinion. Leave your comments below. This might, upset some people, but that's 100% the way I feel. It's not, you made it way too simple. Look, and I don't mean to be like, making this guy a target. He just been popping up. So I picked 3 videos of him and just so I can, I just saw them and I clicked on it and I didn't play, and then we're going to listen to it and see what it is. But yeah, I actually looked up on his website and just picked random videos. So this is why there's 3 of them right now. Let's listen.
3 red flag menu items. Number 1, the menu is too damn long. It means that whatever I'm going to order is going to be mediocre. Number 2, Merlin crab cakes, Maine lobster, and Great Lakes whitefish.
All right, now I'm going to stop it now because it looks like he's naming like specific stuff. So I want to talk in these specific stuff. So the first one he said, 3 red items. Number 1, the menu is too big. Yes and no. I personally prefer smaller menus. You thought I was going to say large menus. No. I do prefer smaller menus. And part of it is true. It could be, you can't make everything in a large menu great. You just can't. You can make everything good. Doesn't necessarily have to be mediocre. I'm from Jersey. There's some diners in Jersey that are like, they make everything good. They might even make some things great, but you're not going to get everything great when you have these large menus. So I agree with that to an extent. He just said it's going to be mediocre. No, you can get good food. Some of these menus have some of these restaurants, they have huge kitchens that are able to, pump out good food. It's just what it is. I still don't agree with the large menu. I don't like large menus. I prefer to have a smaller menu and try to go for great, but I get it. Let's see what's next.
It's too damn long. It means that whatever I'm going to order is going to be mediocre. Number 2, Merlin crab cakes, Maine lobster, and Great Lakes whitefish. If you're in Texas and you see that stuff on the menu, maybe it's fake, and at the very least, it's definitely not fresh.
Okay, so over the years, there's a big misconception on fresh. There is some, everybody would prefer to have fresh this, fresh that, and I understand what you're saying. This is East Coast, and if you're from Texas, yeah, you're not going to get it there fresh. It's going to be frozen or whatever. There's also different ways of frozen that people don't consider fresh. Is IQF that is frozen on the boat sometimes, like soon that ends up being actually more fresh in a sense. It has to go through the freezing process, which it does. There are some negatives to the freezing process, like the breaking of cells of the protein, and when it thaws out, you might lose, some of the juiciness, some of the liquid you lose. It sometimes comes out a little drier. Some things freeze better than others. Lobster is one of those things that freeze very well. Calamari, there's some of those proteins items that, they just freeze well. Like salmon doesn't necessarily freeze so well, even though I've seen it in some place. I don't know. I don't understand the salmon. Most of the time, I have not seen good frozen salmon. But I have seen like calamari. Most of the calamari that you get in your restaurants are going to be frozen, and a lot of it is just as good as fresh calamari. Sometimes I've had fresh calamari and frozen. Most of the time, you really can't tell the difference. Octopus. You go to a restaurant and you're eating Spanish octopus from Spain or Portugal, that octopus is going to be frozen. It's just no way to get it over here. Is there something wrong with that? No, there's absolutely nothing. The octopus is still delicious, and it freezes very well. So, yeah, I get it. Let me see what else he says.
3 rotating weekend specials. It's leftovers, something that didn't sell. You add some ragu to it and you mix it up a little bit. You put some rice on the side. There you go, guys. Here's some chicken goulash. That is a huge red flag for me.
I don't understand what the red flag is here. Leftovers. Why is it leftovers? This kind of gets me in a whole situation of maybe that's his experience. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to say like there is restaurants that do that, but there is just restaurants that just have constant specials. Like that's their thing. They like to make specials. Do they do it because it's leftovers? No, they don't. It's just that's what they do. So yeah, I mean, just to kind of categorize a restaurant because they do a certain thing, that all restaurants do that. And I mean, the goulash, I don't know. That just like that's a very specific item that he's talking about. He must have some place in mind, maybe a place that he worked, maybe his place. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little, I don't know. He's a little bit loose with these definitions. The guy obviously looks like he's doing well. He's somewhere in Texas, I guess. I don't know. Houston. Is it? I don't know. Detroit. I think the name of the his food truck is Detroit something. He's doing well, it looks like. They're busy, whatever. I don't know. I never been to Detroit, so it is what it is. All right, next video. So those were those videos. I got those out of the way. Look, leave your comment below. If you agree with him, you disagree with me, it's fine. Let me just put down why. And if you think my description is fucked up, just leave it. Let me know. Take the music out. Oh, wow. That was quick. They didn't even give me a chance to look at the video. It happened super quick. So the guy had rice in like a freaking bowl. Was that what it? Oh my God. What the hell's wrong with these? What this guy? That's what they meant. That's what they meant. It was cheaper. Like that's a plate or bowl. And that just broke all over. You know, that means all this is garbage. All of this rice, I'm wondering what happens if he just like push it to the side and people ate. That's it. Like once you break a glass on top of food, all the food is no good. The same thing like if you're at the bar and you break a glass on the ice, you're usually painting it with grenadine, making it red, and that whole ice is garbage. Ice, of course, is a lot cheaper than food, but same concept. So I hope they did that. I don't know. I would be, yeah, I would either walk out or. All right, with that video, we're going to end it. Look, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you made it this far. If you agree with me or the other chef, let me know who you agree with and let me know why. I would love to hear some comments. And like I said before, if there's any chefs, any cooks, any restaurant people, let me know what you think. Peace. Later.